So the steps that you're advised to take when you're healing TMS or neuroplastic pain sound simple. Recognize that your pain is being caused by your brain, not your body, and that your brain is doing that because it believes you're in danger when you're not. And the solution is pretty simple. Let your brain know you're safe and get on with the rest of your life. And that sounds really simple. And it is simple, but it's not easy. You see, there's a world of difference between knowing what to do and actually doing it. We have to rely on willpower and discipline. And those two things are in short supply at the best of times, and particularly when we're dealing with chronic pain. But what if I was to tell you that there's actually another tool that you could use? It doesn't require much effort, that is easy to access, and that is way more powerful than just willpower or discipline on their own. And that tool is your imagination. Now, I know that sounds kind of a bit woo, a bit out there, but it's backed by science. There has been a lot of research into how our mind can't tell the difference or struggles to tell the difference between something that's happening out there in the real world and something that's happening in our imagination. And imagination taps into the part of our mind that's outside of our conscious awareness. And that's the beauty of it, because that's where the pain is being generated. And that's where the issues that are causing the brain to believe we're in danger are being generated, outside our conscious awareness. And anything we can use that taps into that part of our mind is going to give us a lot of leverage and a lot of power to make the changes that we're going to need to make in order to heal our pain. So there's a classic experiment that demonstrates the power of the mind to make changes in the body. If you've got a couple of seconds now, and it's safe to do so, just close your eyes for me for a moment and just imagine opening the door of your fridge at home and taking out a nice, fresh lemon. It's a little bit cold to the touch, maybe a little bit damp. You put it down on a chopping board and imagine now taking a sharp knife and slicing through the middle of that lemon. And as you do so, the air is filled with droplets of citrus. The smell is quite strong, it was very strong. And now turn one of those pieces over and again chop it in half. So now you have 2 quarters. Imagine picking up one of those quarters, putting it to your nose. That fresh smell, very powerful. And now you're going to bite into the lemon. And as you do so, as your teeth bite into the flesh, the juice from the lemon spills out into your mouth, around your tongue, under your tongue, into your cheeks. And now when you're ready, open your eyes. And what did you notice? Did you notice perhaps some more saliva in your mouth? Maybe your cheeks puckering a little bit? Now, that effect might be very strong, it might be very weak. But for most people, it's there. Through nothing more than me painting a picture that your imagination took hold of and sent signals to your brain to say, this is happening. And your brain, your body, reacted. Now, that's just me talking to you here. Imagine doing that, but under the influence of what we call hypnosis. Because hypnosis makes that distinction between reality and imagination even more blurred. Things imagined under hypnosis are way more powerful If we'd done that experiment and you were in a hypnotic state, that really would have been quite a strong experience. For most people, that would have been a very strong experience. And the power of imagination combined with hypnosis can be seen in experiments. There was an experiment a little while ago where some people were put into an fMRI machine. And at first they were put in and they were sort of given a hot poker on their arm. And they measured how the brain responded to that hot poker, to that pain stimulus. And then those same people were put back in the machine, but this time put into hypnosis and given suggestions that they had pain. And the brain responded in exactly the same way. All the same circuits in the brain lit up just from imagining under hypnosis. It's a very, very powerful tool that we have got in our toolbox, but that most people just overlook completely. You know, when you're a child, imagination is part of your life. If you've watched children playing, they can live in this imaginary world and it's make-believe, but it feels very real to them. And as adults, we kind of lose that, but we can regain it because imagination is a skill that we can develop. And on this channel, I'm planning to produce more videos where I will help you increase the power of your imagination and apply it in hypnosis, which is another skill that you can learn. Self-hypnosis is a skill that you can learn. Those two things together are going to really help your TMS, neuroplastic pain recovery. Okay, if you like the sound of that, then please subscribe to the channel and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.